Before I get started with the story, I have to give a shout out to Town Biz because he was the first person and probably one of the only people that I'm familiar with who actually made this into a story. So you probably have no clue who this is. I wouldn't fault you if you did because I know many of you do not watch hockey. But this man's name is Ivan Provorov and he plays for the Philadelphia Flyers. And recently, the NHL had something called Pride Night. It's something that is from someone who works in a space where I see this annually. It's basically a night where all the teams around the NHL or the NBA or the WNBA, because I think it started with the WNBA, where they wear their jerseys and they might have the rainbow colors in the jersey somewhere, might most likely in a number, maybe in the name. But for them, it's in their number and I think in their name. But he came out and basically said that he did not wear the jersey or the pride jersey because he cited religious beliefs. He basically flat out told the people that, look, I understand that, y'all having this the pride night and whatnot, but before y'all go and pop off at the mouth and try to deem me as quote unquote homophobic, let me just put it out there right now that I'm not, but it goes against my religious beliefs. And I was curious as to what his religious beliefs were. And it pretty much turns out that he is as labeled as Russian Orthodox. So when you hear that word Orthodox, you already know what that means. He's a part of the TDA, as I call it, the Teflon Don Association. So that's why he didn't really get so much pushback behind what happened. And to take it a step further, he got a lot of praise for actually doing what he did, and his jersey ended up selling out on various websites, and I think the NHL being that main site, of course, where it sold out. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this article coming from Deseret.com. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, and it was posted on January 20th, 2023. And by the way, this Pride Night happened over a week ago, and it did not really get any type of airplay. Like, they kept this really hush hush. And I'm going to echo something Talon said in his video. Had this been a black man that said I wasn't going to wear a pride jersey, they would have said he was this and that phobic. You already know. Days after a professional hockey player refused to participate in his team's Pride Night event, the league is still debating whether the player who cited his faith to explain his decision did something wrong. Philadelphia Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov created the controversy when he sat out pregame warmups ahead of Tuesday night match against the Anaheim Ducks. And that's when they would wear the jerseys. I don't think they wear the jerseys the entire game. They just do it during warmups. And warmups in hockey is about 18 minutes long. He later explained that his absence stemmed from the fact that he did not want to wear the pride-themed warm-up jerseys or use the rainbow-colored stick tape provided to Flyers players as part of the team's Pride Night festivities. I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to myself and my religion. That's all I'm going to say. Provorov told reporters after the game, according to the Associated Press. Despite his absence during warmups, Provorov was allowed to play in the game, which angered many observers, including some hockey reporters. His critics questioned why the team would allow Provorov concerns about Pride Night to overshadow the important message of the event. Provorov's actions turned the team's entire night, complete with a blowout of a 5-2 victory, into a shell of its intended self and embarrassing episode, argued Charlie O'Connor in a column for The Athletic. Another hockey journalist went so far as to accuse the player of hiding behind his faith. Provorov obviously does not respect everyone. If he did respect everyone, he would have taken part in warm-up and worn the Pride Night jersey. Don't hide behind religion, tweeted Pierre LeBrun, who also writes for The Atlantic. So even though they didn't really push this out there, he still has critics coming at his neck, but it makes you wonder how long they're going to say, because I haven't heard one of them say and call him homophobic yet. So they are upset about this to an extent, but how long is the question. Many of Provorov's critics drew a distinction between asking players to embrace a political message by, for example, kneeling during the national anthem, and asking players to express support for a marginalized community on Pride Night. Provorov's decision was offensive because of how little he had been asked to do, argued Marcus Hayes in a column for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Warming up in a jersey with rainbow numbers and nameplates simply supported the right of the LGBTQ plus people all over the world to exist without persecution. For anyone, that's pretty simple, he wrote. But look at how they're framing this right here. Do you see that these are what you call bullying tactics? These are called bullying tactics, but remember, he said his religion is Russian Orthodox. So that part right there is giving him some kind of some layer of protection right there. Of course, with him being a PC man, he's going to get some protection as well. That's not going to stop the academy from saying what they want to say, but that's as far as this is going to go. Provy did nothing wrong, the coach said Thursday, according to The Athletic. Just because you don't agree with his decision doesn't mean he did anything wrong. He added that he was proud of the team for staying unified during the controversy. Players took part in a meeting after Pride Night to discuss their varying views of the event. It's a very important social matter, and I thought our guys handled themselves very well, he added. Other Provorov supporters have taken to Twitter to criticize the radical quote-unquote woke mob. Oh, that word. The bastardization of that word. It says, for coming after him, many praised the Flyers players for standing up for his beliefs. In the days since the Flyers Pride Night, Provorov's jerseys has sold out on Fanatics and NHL Shop, the Washington Examiner reported. So at the end of the day, he still came up. It's kind of like the whole situation with Kaepernick a while ago when they got mad at him about what he was doing, and his jerseys was flying off the shelves, both in the stores and online. Like, you could not find a Kaepernick jersey anywhere for months. Like, his stuff stays being sold out. See, and now it's going to work to the benefit of not only the team, but himself as well, because now he became profitable. Because that's what people want in this establishment, is for them not to bow and kowtow to a group of people, especially a small group of people, when they don't get their way. And that could be with just about anything. So, I mean, it worked all the way. It worked well for him in the end. And of course, you know, the academy, they just going to have to be upset. They made it seem like this guy came out and said, I'm not going to wear that rainbow junk because I don't support the academy. And he didn't call them out of their name. He didn't call them a slur, none of that. He just says, because of my religious beliefs, I'm not going to wear the jersey, or I'm not going to have the tape around my stick. And that's it. But you know, the academy, they got to always try to make it seem like an over exaggerated, and make it seem like make a mountain out of a molehill. And that's basically what they tried to do. But I don't think it's going to go that far, to be quite honest. But I really think that his religion actually has a lot to play into why he's not getting too much backlash. He's getting backlash, but he's not getting extreme backlash. But, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. I say more people stand up for their beliefs. You know, if your religion says you don't support this and you don't support that, then stand on it. That's pretty much all I have to say.